Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Kelly Wentworth. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Kennebunk, Maine. I appreciate you stopping by. If you are new to my channel, make sure you comment your name and where you're from so we can welcome you. Hey Sharon. Hi June. How are you ladies doing? On this beautiful day after a soggy weekend. How are you ladies? Thank you for sharing, Sharon. Appreciate that. I'm feeling great, Sharon. How are you feeling? Are you feeling better, I hope? I hope you're feeling better. June, I got your check in the mail today, hon. So I'll get that out to you. Oh, good, Sharon. So glad you're feeling better. Summer's right around the corner. This is not the time to be not feeling well, that's for sure. Yeah, hopefully I'll get that out to you in the next... I have my granddaughter tomorrow for homeschool, the one day a week that I have her now. So maybe Thursday or Friday I'll get that out to you. Just wanted to let you know that. Hi, Anne. How are you? Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Everyone, welcome Anne. Anne, have you been here before? Not sure if I remember. Hey Kim, how are you? Other than probably tired. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're here though. I was thinking about you this afternoon. Hoping you were going to be here. Hey Diane. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, I bet you are, Kim. And just so everybody knows, Kim went to the Bruins game last night, and so it was a really late night for her. I stayed up and watched Red Sox and the Bruins, and it was a late night for me. I watched sports all weekend long like I always do, and that's when I was prepping, so hopefully I have no boo-boos. But, and it wasn't a good night for our New England sports teams last night. I was frustrated. I went to bed sad. And have you been in my group here before, or is this the first time? I can't remember. It was sad. It was definitely sad. But I'm so glad you're here. I hope I can make you happy. I hope I can give you some inspiration. Okay, we're going to get going here. Let me move this up. And I did want to just remind everybody on the paper pumpkin kit. You have until June 10th to get the paper pumpkin kit, and this kit coincides with our Expressions in Ink new stamp suite that's actually on the cover of our annual catalog. So it's going to be a beautiful, I'm sure it's going to be beautiful, because that to me is the best new suite in the book. And you're going to get 2 stamping spots instead of 1, and they're only $22 shipped to your door, so they are a great bargain. So I hope that you will take a look at that. And I also shared with you last week about the kits collection, and I was right, they kicked off today, June 1st. And our kits are now going to be online only and not in the catalog, so that's why you're not seeing them. And they are going to be basically that way so they don't go on back order. Once they're out on my website, which is right here, kellywentworth.stampinup.net. If you want a kit, they're out there, and if the kit you want, I think there's like 10 or 11 new kits out there kicked off today. And if you go out there and look for one that you might have been eyeing and it's gone, that means it's gone. So they're always while supplies last, but what the intent here is to have a better experience where you can order kits, you and your friends, you can stamp together. It doesn't have to be the same kit, and they are very cost effective. Let me show you what I did. I actually went up on the website today, and I picked one, and it's called Notes of Cheer card kit. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so you get your cards in your envelopes, and it tells you right here everything you're going to get. You're going to get design projects, step-by-step instructions, pre-cut pieces. You're going to be able to make 9 cards each, 3 different designs. They're 5.5 by 4.25, so your standard card size. You're going to get 9 printed matching envelopes. You're going to get adhesive-backed gems, and adhesive to complete the projects, and printed designer box to store it all in. And this one is only $12. So these are meant to be very cost effective. If you want to if you're new to stamping and you don't really know what to get, these are a great way to kick off your stamping experience or to get together with friends. $12 for all of that. That is a bargain. So if you haven't checked out the kits yet, go to my website. Again, it's right here, and the banner will come up, new kits, and you can click on it, and all the kits will be there for you to see. So it's pretty exciting. Thank you for sharing, June. Appreciate it. Okay, so couple things. If you're new to my channel, hi Ann, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you say hello so we can welcome you like we just welcomed Ann. I do want to also share, I got this beautiful card in the mail from Lori Perez, and she's my friend in California, and you've seen her. She's pops in here periodically, and it was just for a true friend. She just sent it out of the blue. Beautiful card. I love Happy Mail, and I just wanted to share this beautiful card, and it just made my day when I got that. So thank you, Lori. If you're not here now, hi Vicki. Hopefully you pop on and I can thank you personally. And I also have an apology to make. So last week was mystery stamping. Thank you to those who were here and stamping. I hope you had fun. I loved seeing your cards in the group Facebook page. So thank you for sharing those. But I realized after I logged off and got my wits together here that I forgot to do door prize for the week before. So my apologies for that. And I never, did a door prize for last week. So sorry. I have this right here on my desk so I don't forget. So what I was giving away were the cards from the prior week. And I have 3 beautiful cards to give away. And they're going to be, blank on the inside, so you can address them however way you want to. We have a best wishes, a thanks, and a hello, so a nice variety. These were from my live 2 weeks ago, and the winner of those is Kim Shoebottom. Kim, congratulations. You've won the cards from 2 weeks ago. Thank you for sharing my video. And I will get those to you. Hi, Karen. Yes, this is, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this set, but this is actually, half of it's DSP and the other half, I use I don't know what you want to call it. We call it a blob stamp or a grunge stamp, and just made our own DSP on the other side. It was very easy, but very fun, but turned out very elegant, and it really shows the greens. I love it. You can go back and watch all my videos if you want to see those. So, Kim Shoebottom, you're going to win these. Thank you for sharing. And tonight, for those who are sharing, I have a beautiful embellishment to give away. These are called the Perennial Essence Floral Centers. And I was going to keep these because I really liked them, and I had a couple packages of them. But you could use these on sunflower cards. You could use them for the center of pretty much any kind of flowers. So this is what I'm giving away for next week. So share my video, and when you share, just comment that you shared so I can make sure I capture it, because again, Facebook changed the settings and I don't always get all of the notifications. Okay, what are we doing tonight? Hey, Melanie! Thank you for joining. So how many of you have this new bundle in the catalog? This is what I'm using tonight, and I am going to tell you, if you don't have this bundle, you are going to want it. I have had so much fun playing with this, and I love, love, love the dies. So, like our other dies with the scallops, these ones all do a little bit something different, plus this one here, because I use this one. So this one goes in the middle. You've got this scallop edge, which I'm using tonight to show you. I'm using this die in one of my cards. I'm going to show you that. This one is a neat, it's not, see how you see the lines going down? If you can get that on the camera, see that? Those are cut lines. So it's going to cut into the paper, and I'm going to show you a really cool way to use this die on a project. So I did it on my card, and I'm going to show you how you can kind of weave some product in there. And then you have, all of these are nesting dies. And let me see, I want to show you. Just to show you what I did when I started playing with this. Just to give you an idea of what these dies will do. See how you can nest all of these dies? So if you wanted to do a card, and I was going to actually make one, but I ran out of time before tonight. But you can actually make a card with all of these layers on it, and just that can be your focal point in the front of your card. It is beautiful, and you see how these pop up? That's the special part of that die. So I'm going to show you a project and how I use that, okay? So I knew when I saw this that it was going to be a hit. I knew it was going to be, even if you just get the dies alone and not the stamp set, but I tend to get both, and I will show you cards, the ones I'm making using the stamp set. I think the stamp set's beautiful, and I think you will like it as well. But the dies are just beautiful. So, and here's the stamp set. And this set is, it's two-step stamping, okay? You get the little speckle here, which is nice. Those are always nice when we have those. And you got the long stem flower, which you have the die that goes with that. And you also have the die that cuts these out. So I'm going to show you some really good samples of this, and I think you're going to like it. It is on page 98 in the annual catalog. Okay, I think I got business done. Let's look at the first card. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Ann, do you have it? Do you have this set? So I am using fresh freesia. Let me get my pieces here. And the base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So your standard card base. Okay. And then we're going to use this piece of white right here. And this, I believe, is, hold on. Let me get my ruler. Two and a half by 5 1/4. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping first. Get my mat. Now this is a photopolymer stamp set, so you're going to want to have a cushion underneath, and we're going to stamp it in the Memento Black. Let me put this over here so you guys can see. Okay, now I'm not going to be cutting this out, but when you're stamping with this stamp and you're going to cut it out, you want to make sure you orient the stamp the way that you're going to use the. You're going to want to, when you're using the fill-in, because we're going to use the fill-in after, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's do. We're going to do this, that, and that. Whoop. And then we have the fill-in stamp that we're going to use after. You use the set with the coral paper and ink, but I love the freesia. The freesias, all of the in colors are just stunning. They're just beautiful. Okay, let me get my other mat. Hold on. I think I might like this one better. I can't get over how much I'm using all of the in colors. Okay, now we're going to use the fresh freesia, and we're going to color it in. Now these stamps are not made to be exact, so they're very forgiving. Okay. Now I stamped all of mine with the double at the top, and that's how I know it's going to be a little bit easier. Now I'm going to have to stand up to do this. Let's see, hold on. Like I said, it's not made to be exact. A little bit off on that one. There you go. I love two-step stamping, and I love it when it's not like it has to be exact. Sorry, I think I'm wiggling the table here. I think I might have made one with the coral. I'm thinking about, I made several. Okay, and then I'm going to use the blends to color the center, and I'm just going to use the Daffodil Delight. Okay, then I'm going to use what we call the splatter. And on the first one, on this one, I think I used the gray, let me see. I'm going to use Smoky Slate on this one, and I used Gray Granite, I think, the first time. So we're going to do a different one and just see. And this is just intended to kind of fill in the white space. And if you go on the flowers, it's okay. No worries. And that just kind of fills it in a little bit. Calypso Coral is very pretty. I'm going to tell you. I have like a Calypso Coral on my toes right now. I had my first pedicure, and I can't believe it had been so long since I had one. So, okay. All right. And then I used that center die, which is this one, for sentiments. And what this does, this is how it cuts out. It cuts out like an eyelet. See, it has all the little holes in it. So we're going to, let's see what we have. And I did You're Absolutely Amazing. Hopefully my head's not getting in the camera. I feel so short tonight. I don't know why. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this on a piece of, we're going to layer it on the freesia, and it's going to go across like that, end to end, but keep a border on the top and on the bottom. Okay? And it just keeps a little bit of a border. Which one is your favorite, Sharon? Is Fresh Freesia your favorite ink color? Okay, and then what I did was I cut out a scallop using this scallop right here on some basic white. And this, just so you know, I mean, you just take a piece of scrap, but it's got to fit the card. So it's like 3.5 and 5 1/4. And then you make it like you want it to fit. Like I wanted, I'll show you. We're going to put it on here and put a little bit of a border on the top, bring it down. Yeah, I'm having a hard time because every time I pick a favorite in the new in colors and I use them, I tend to change my mind. But Fresh Freesia is definitely at the top of my list. And you just want to bring it down and let the scallops show on the bottom so that kind of hangs out. Isn't that pretty? And then that is going to go on here, but before I cut out I believe this is 1 inch. Yeah. 1 by 5 1/4. And this is, told you I use the in color. I use all of these 6 by 6 paper packs that match all the colors. This is the new in color, and I have last year's in colors coming because I forgot to order it. So that's coming in my next order. So we're just going to lay that down here and just let a little bit of the, you can pick whatever side. That's pretty too. Which side should I use? Want to use the different side? What side do you like? The flowers or the, what are those? Diamonds? No takers on what side to use? Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I'm going to stick with the same one. And you just want to leave a little bit of a border on the bottom. And we're going to bring in the matching ribbon. So pretty. And we're going to bring that across the top like this. And we're just going to wrap it around. So let me put a little bit of there. And bring it across. And it's up to you how much of the border you want to show on the top where the ribbon goes. But you can kind of move it around. We're a little uneven. Hold on here. Oh, for goodness sakes. Now it's caught on the... See, I'm leaving it, I'm just covering up the top of this. And I think that looks really pretty. Yeah. Thank you, ladies. The hard part about our designer series paper is really what side to use on a lot of these projects, to be honest with you. And then that's going to go like that. And again, you just kind of want to center it, leave a little bit of a border all the way around. And then what I did is I cut a small piece. This is an easier way if you want to do a knot, I think, than to try to do it all in the same piece. So and then just kind of trim it. And then you can make it tighter and kind of fuss with it. And then I'm going to put the sentiment up on dimensionals. Thank you, Anne. This ribbon, this is honestly, when I started crafting many moons ago, one of the things I liked about Stampin' Up! Is the quality of the products, specifically the paper, and the fact that everything coordinates. Your inks, your ribbons, your paper, your embellishments. Now you can put this over to the side. I just kind of centered it. There you go. What do you think? I think I need to trim my there we go. I hate to waste that ribbon, but what do you think? Isn't that pretty? Love, love, love this stamp set. I can't tell you enough. And I'm trying to give you some ideas on ways to stamp with it, use the dies. All right, let's go on to card number 2. And this one, I wanted to use the frames, but I also wanted to show you how to use the flower. And that is this flower here. And for those of you who love black and white like I do, this is a stunning card, and you can do it in any color. So this one is the polished pink, but I thought for tonight, since I'm showing you the polished pink, I'm going to do it in the fresh freesia, and we'll see how we like it, okay? So let's get this over here. And I'm using the thick basic white, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then I'm using the biggest frame in the basic black. Okay, and that's just going to go on there like that. And then I'm using the next layer in the fresh freesia. And then we're going to put this layer on, and we're going to do our stamping. And then I'm going to use a scrap to do the flower. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to, and what I used on here is that splatter stamp, and I'm going to show you how I did that. So let me, you like the flower, Sharon? So we're going to use the black memento, and we're just going to do a border around the card base. And it really is to just give it a little bit more, well, some dimension, but also interest, I think. This is what is really cool about splatter stamps. So we framed it up by doing the splatter. I love the stamp set as well as the dies. The dies is what caught my attention, but I'm really glad I got it all because there's so much you can do with this stamp set, and hopefully you'll see by the end of this live. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put this up on dimensionals. I do, Anne. It is right here, worldofkellycraft.com. Thank you for asking. And I also have a YouTube channel where I post all my videos. So I would appreciate you going and looking for that. And subscribe, and then hit the bell. If you hit the bell, then you'll be notified whenever I upload or go live on YouTube. But it's a great way to be able to look at all my videos and go back if there's a particular set you want some inspiration on. Okay, so there we go. And then we're just going to glue down the purple, or the fresh freesia, I should say. I'm anxious to, this is such a pretty card. Okay, so there's that. Now what we need to do is some stamping, and we're going to stamp the flower, and this is the flower. And we're going to do that in the black memento. And because this is such a big stamp, I do it upside down to make sure it gets okay. And it just stamps this flower. Just, isn't it a beautiful image? And I do need to bring my cut and emboss machine to cut this out. I want to make sure I have it lined up correctly. I think I do. And I'm going to put a little bit of tape, not tape, but washi tape on it. I'll try it like that. I think it looks good. Sorry for shaking the table. This is a high table, so it's down. Came out really pretty. Okay, and what we're going to do now on this one, I stamped the polished paint because I used the polished paint scallop, but on this one we're going to use the fresh freesia. Let me grab that one. And this is the stamp. And again, this is not intended to fill in exactly. It's intended to look like a brushstroke watercolor type image. But you can see through it with the photopolymer, and you can see it pretty easily. And I just think it's stunning. I think it's gorgeous. Easy. Now on this one, I am not going to color in the leaves. You can if you want. You can, and on another card I'll show you, I did color them in. But on this one, I didn't want to do that. Okay? And we're going to take the scallop. Whoops, we need the fresh freesia. No, we need black. We're going to use black. What did I do with my black? Right here. And on this one, I did thank you for everything. Let's see. That's this one. And you can do it in the fresh freesia if you want. I'm going to do it in the black. And you're going to do it down in the bottom right corner. Let me do it this way. So you save room for the flower. Isn't that font gorgeous? You know me and my fonts. And I've been so happy and so pleased with all the various fonts in our stamp sets. Okay, and we're going to pop this up on dimensionals. And I'm going to need minis, so let me get my minis. Because down in, I want the leaves popped up as well, but they are very small. So, and then I'm going to take just a sliver of a small one, just to try to get, oops, did I lose it? All right, so let's bring the card back in and take off the dimensionals. Are you guys liking this set? I hope you are. I love it. Okay. And so you'll just kind of tilt it like that. And then you can tell me which one you think is prettier. And we're going to lay this flat. And that layers perfectly in there. Let me find. And I used the new 2021-2023 gems, and these are beautiful, guys. Look at these. So on this one, of course, I used the polished pink. But on this one, we're going to use the fresh freesia. That there. One up there. Honestly, I think that's all it needs. Love, love, love. These are on back order right now, but they're coming in, I think, later this month. And I'm going to be grabbing another package. So, okay. Which one do you like? Aren't they beautiful? I just think the black and white is stunning. I love black and white cards, but with a pop of color. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, I think they're both really pretty. And that's why I thought, well, I'll make a different color for this one. Hey, Kim. How are you? Thank you for joining. We have another Kim, everyone. Please welcome Kim. I met her recently. Thank you for joining. You can't go wrong with these in colors. I think so. If you make one of these in every in color, you won't be disappointed. I'm sure of it. Okay, I have one more if you guys have time. Can you hang in there for one more? This one's an easy one, but I'm showing a whole different way to use that other die. So here's the last one. Actually, I forgot to put my doodads on that. You don't have to, or you could put a bow. It really doesn't need it, but I ended up, see how this is woven through that die cut? Because these lift up, and they're open on each end, and they're open on the sides. So you could put ribbon or cardstock through this. Okay. So again, using thick white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Make sure you crease. And then I embossed with, now on this one, okay, so on this one I did the Tasteful Textile. On this one, I'm doing the Ornate Floral. Okay? So you tell me which one you like better when we get it done. I think they're both very, very nice. Now, when you're putting on an embossed layer, I recommend combo because it gets into the grooves and it will hold better than your, although our Seal and Seal Plus are very strong adhesives. Okay, so we're going to put white on white, which I think is elegant. Now on that one, did I? No, I did pop it up. On that one I popped it up. On this one I didn't. Okay, so now we're going to do some stamping. I'm going to show you. Now this was an inspiration from, I can't think of her name. The Creativity Cave, I think, is the gal. And she used a stamp set that I have coming, which is, I think it's called Big Wish. Let me look. And I didn't, whoops. I'm dropping things here. Let me see. Can't remember if it's called Biggest Wish, page 53. Nope, that's not it. I must have looked at the wrong. Anyways, there's a stamp set with bold stamps. I will show you when I get it. And I really like it better, but I didn't have that, so I had to improvise. So I am using Happiest of Birthdays, which is a carryover, and I'm using the Happy Birthday. But you see how it says a little bit late? I'm going to show you how I got around that for this card. Okay? So we are going to use Pale Papaya. You see the theme here with the in colors? I can't seem to get away from them. Okay, and this is the stamp right here. And what you do, so I want to do the happy, so I am going to cover this up with a sticky note. You guys have probably seen this before. And then you take that off. You got to remember to take that off. Hopefully, oh, came out better than my first one. Imagine that. Have you seen that tip before? Hi, Betsy. Great to see you. Oh, has she been having meetings? I have no idea. I did not know that. And now we want to do the other side. We want to get the birthday. So we are going to... Good to see you, Betsy. I had no idea. We're going to use the polished pink. And now we're covering up the other end of the stamp. Like that. Take that off. Oh, yeah, there's been no meetings. I see what you're saying. I know. I know. I agree. Want to make sure. Yeah, that's clean. You always want to make sure it's clean before you... I miss seeing you too, Betsy. It's been a long time. Oh, that didn't come out too bad. So that's a trick if you don't like everything that's on a stamp. I know some people will cut their stamps. I don't tend to do that. I mean, I have done it before, but I don't do it often. But that's an easy trick to do that. Okay, so then what I did was I cut strips of both of these colors, so of the polished pink and the pale papaya. And these are 1/2 inch strips, and you really have to keep it at 1/2 inch because otherwise it won't fit through the end. This side, the side ones are bigger, but the end ones are narrower, okay? So you really want to, there's a little slit there, you just kind of feed it through. Hopefully that's coming out on the camera okay. I absolutely love this bundle. I really do. I know, Betsy. It's sad. It's so important. And then what you want to do is you just want to even them up. You know, kind of have them evened up. What do you think? Isn't that neat? And it matches. You get the colors to match. And then you bring the card back in. And then you use, I use the freezer. And that's going to go across the whole card. And we'll just, to accent it, how are you doing, Betsy? I hope you're doing well. Let me see, how far down did I go? I kept it more towards the bottom. Okay, I was centering it. Okay. And then you're gonna glue this, kind of center it, so the purple, the fresh freesia's in the center. Okay. Oh, oh, oh. All right. There we go. Sticking to my fingers here. Now you could pop this up also if you wanted to. And then just kind of center it. Again, make sure your pieces don't move. And I would add some bling on that. And we have all the colors to match. So you could do the I honestly don't know that it needs it, but it's always nice when you have bling bling. What do you think? Now, see the difference in the embossing folders? So let me bring in all the cards we made tonight. Make room. There you go, ladies. I hope you will give this stamp set a try, the bundle. I think you will love it. There's lots of options in this. Let me show you. Here's one in the pale papaya. Some string, and then again using the scallop and the DSP from another paper pack. Here it is, cutting out the flowers and then using that beautiful gingham paper. One of my favorites. And then this one is actually in the book, and I cased it from the catalog, where you actually use your blending brushes to put your colors across. Isn't that pretty? So I'm having lots of fun with this stamp set. I think you will too, this bundle. And there's so many options, and those dies are to die for, no pun intended. But make sure that's all getting in there. You will use the dies not just on the cards with this stamp set, but you'll use it a lot because those dies can be used on so many different stamp sets that we have. So it'll be a standalone stamp set, die set if that's what you want as well. So hopefully you'll give it a try. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's class. I hope I've inspired you. Thank you so much. Floral embossing folder stands out much better. Yes. I thought so too. I use that ornate folder a lot. I think the Tasteful Textile is really good. It's kind of like our subtle that is gone, which is sad, but it's good if you need a little something but you don't know what you want to do. I think the ornate floral really adds a lot to the card. So thank you, Kim. Thank you, the other Kim. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you give it a try. Have a fantastic week. It's supposed to be beautiful, and we got warm weather coming over the weekend. I'm really excited. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.